Hi there, it's Sarah of Get Weaving. Happy New Year to you all. This is a follow-on from my previous video where I made a very simple pinafore dress just using squares and rectangles, so straight line cutting. And I've now made a tabard, which is behind me. So the dress was all wools and this is all cottons. I was looking for remnants that would go together. So the dress used pieces from a jacket, a body warmer, and something else, I can't remember now. This is made from cotton. So this was left over from a pinafore dress. These straps are from my dungarees, and the waist tabs are from a top. I've made the top, but I haven't done the pattern for it yet. The tabard is a shorter version of the dress, but it has no side panels here. The dress had side panels to make a skirt, and I haven't put a pocket on it. I'm not sure about that yet. I'm going to try wearing it first. I might put one big pocket that goes all the way across the front, like a kangaroo pouch. I'll have a think about that. I've used the same method for the straps, so the ends are fringed. I'm trying to make the sewing as simple as possible. And this time I've added some buttons just for decoration onto the straps and to the waist tabs, and I fringed the hem because I love the way the colours show of the warp. So it's just a couple of rows of stitching and then removing the weft back to the stitching. The waist tabs are slightly different to the dress version because all they're doing is attaching the back and the front together. Whereas with the dress version, there are side panels attached to this. So I've made these tabs really quite simple. I fringed the ends. This one is stitched, but so it wasn't too loose, I've put a press stud on this side just to make it slightly tight around the waist. Does up easily, so it still goes over my head. But when I left the waist tabs fairly loose, it just looked a bit silly and it was too loose, too baggy. So I thought this way, best of both worlds. And then again, buttons on just to cover for decoration. It was a bit easier to get on over my head with this opening here, although the dress, for some reason, I can get on over my head fine. So just using remnants or a long scarf, whatever you've got, you can make a very simple overhead dress or a tabard. I'm actually quite pleased with this. I might make a woolly one. I've got some hand spun yarn that doesn't have a purpose at the moment, and I think I'll put a pocket on it because you always need a pocket. And then, well, I could wear it at the moment because it's actually quite chilly. I've got some lovely, oh, it's my advent calendar, really pretty colours, so that's waiting for use. And then I'm going to make a multi-size pattern, I hope. As I said, it's just squares and rectangles, so there's no scary curves to cut, just straight line cutting. These I have turned the edges under just to make them a bit firmer. Even if you're happy with your selvages, I've turned them in anyway, and I did have to cut this one so it was a little bit narrower, and I've decided that turning the edges in just gives it a nicer flat edge. And when I do that, I try and follow a stripe. I turn it over and press it and try and follow the line of a stripe. Same when doing the fringing. Stitch along one weft row and then unweave back to it. It just looks nice. If you've if you've got really wobbly lines, they do show up. Okay, I'll get on with that next. Today I am wearing, this is a version of no.32, so it's very simple. It's just straight down the edges. I'll put a picture on. It's in one of my patterns. I've added a pretty necklace today as well from my daughter. So I hope you feel a bit more confident about making something that you can wear. I wear my weaving every day. It's not special or best or for competitions or anything else. It's just my wardrobe now. So happy weaving. See you soon. Bye now.